Gosh dang it, here we go again. Here we go. They don't even have a schedule. They just release this stuff whenever they feel like it. I'm not ready, but here we are. Hello everybody, I'm Robelle Autonomy, and today we're here to look at the Zenless Zone Zero drip marketing. Yup, it is time. They're giving us an early look at the... So we're currently in 2.2. We're about to enter 2.3. And they're showing us the 2.4 characters, right? Yeah, okay. Well, okay, we're getting a super look into the future. I mean, there's only a few more days left of the current update, but like, this is really, really early, so I wasn't expecting this. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, so let's start off with the video here. Alright, let's take a look. Agent record, Dialyn. Alright, let's skip this. Max out 720. Is that really the max? Dang, alright, low res, I guess. Okay, here we go.
Meeting a new friend calls for good luck. Care to leave a 5-star review?
Oh boy.
493.
Oh wait, her shoes go crazy!
Dialyn!
Campus Compliance Authority.
Happy to assist with your request.
Alright, so I'm gonna be honest. We've seen this character in that preview, the little teaser that the Zenless Zone Zero team released, where we saw all these other characters. We saw the Slippin' Zhao, we saw Yi Shungguang, here's a big robot guy, and this character, so now we're learning her name is Dialyn. I'm gonna be honest. Physical Stunner and S rank. It's not looking good for Zhao, guys. Unless... Oh, I don't know. Wait, is this for 2.0? Wait, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, 2.0 is Yishuan and the Jafufu. 2.1 was Izuha and Alice. And then 2.2 is Orphe and Seed. And then 2.3... Yeah, so this is the first character of 2.4. Oh gosh.
Happy to assist with your...
So physical stunner, we don't have like a S rank physical stunner. Again, alright, and I need the Zenless Zone Zero community to understand this. This does not mean Pokra is getting replaced, and I guarantee Dialyn's gonna do... It's the same with how Lighter did not get replaced by Jafufu. Alright, just because they have the same typing and the same role, it doesn't mean it's the same role, if that makes sense, right? They make these characters really unique. Everyone's been interacting very, very differently, right? When they released Orphe, who was a fire attack agent, she was nothing like Evelyn. Did a completely different job, okay? So, let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, so looking at Dialyn here. Her voice is really, really cute. You can see there's like... Okay. So, Krampus is most definitely... I mean, in your reference to Christmas Demon, right? So, seeing the red and blue color scheme on them... Not red and blue, red and green. The Christmas color scheme is on these characters. And it's like really apparent in her shoes here, where she has literally like a Christmas looking thing here. Actually, no, it's a... I think it's a red bow, and then there's just the white pom-pom on there. And then clearly we got the panda with the black and the white. Maybe she's Monokuma, I don't know. Honestly, for me, out of all of the other characters, I thought she was an A rank when we saw them in the teaser. I thought Dialyn was gonna be the A rank and they were gonna make Zhao the S rank, but I guess not. I guess, if she's a spawner, that kind of suggests a support role of some kind, right? Maybe she's an on-field stunning, I don't know. But I feel like Caesar's not a stunner, but she's a physical that does a lot of stun and she gives a shield. I feel like she's kind of the on-field stunner for physical right now. At least that's how it feels to me. So I don't know what that... Maybe Dialyn's off-field. I can't imagine they just make her an aftershock though. Maybe it's like a quick swap one where she goes on, does like a bajillion stun and then leaves. Like, there's so many ways they could take it, right? Or it could be like, she does like, you know, she's kind of like regular mid in terms of stunning, but she provides buffs to like stun multipliers, right? Or maybe she stuns lightning fast, but she reduces the damage you do in the stun window. But she stuns so fast, it's kind of like, well, you're gonna get more stun windows. And that's the thing they haven't done yet, right? So there's multiple places they could take this. Very cute design. I'm really curious to see how she uses the flippin' hula hoop as a weapon. Like, that's gonna be really, really cool. Oh man, they cook with these characters. The thing is, every character we've gotten has been so vastly different in terms of kit that, like, I don't even know where they could take this. Like, I'm throwing out these random ideas. Some of them are kind of stupid, like, oh, imagine reducing stun damage, right? But then it's like, you know, that's a thing they could do, though. Like, Xingyi, she stuns at a generally okay speed, but then she has such a big stun damage window boost that it's kind of worth it, right? Because, like, Trigger stuns almost as fast as Xingyi, but she's not giving the same type of value during the stun window. So it's kind of like all kinds of different things, but then also Trigger's off-field, right? So, the Dialyn could fit anywhere in here. Like, imagine you put Dialyn with Pulchra, and then so like imagine Dialyn's on field, or and Pulchra is doing stun from off field. Now you have double physical stun going crazy. The enemy's gonna be in the stun window immediately. That's interesting. I'm really excited to see how she animates, because again, hula hoop is, that's gotta go crazy, right? Also, I've been ignoring this. I'm gonna comment on it now. Her name is Dialyn, and she's literally dialing a phone. Okay, alright, I see you, Loyoverse. I bet in other languages, like, this is like some crazy double-level pun, because, you know, they don't speak English, but for us, it's literally, it said, her name is dialing. She's dialing on the phone. Amazing, thank you, Dialyn. Very, very epic. Okay, let's hop into the other stuff about her character. Alright, there's bound to be some extra goodies here and there, so let's take a look here. And we'll pivot to the full screen here. The Agent Wrecker, Dialyn. A complaint? Hey, don't get too worked up. Considering you look a bit pale, that was a special service to get some color back in your face. And that's from Dialyn. You've managed to find the super hidden Testament Sirius portal. There's an old saying in Lifer Peninsula, rats are born to burrow. Ever heard of it? If you ask me, even the craftiest rat can't dig as deep as you can. And then it's got a little cute face, but Twitter cut it off because they shaped it wrong. So looking at the art here, we're gonna zoom in, enhance. So we're in with the green and the red Christmassy color scheme. With white, of course. Although she's complemented by this wonderful black shade here. Very poppy character. She's definitely really, really cute. But I think out of all of the recent ZZZ characters, I think she's the easiest skip for me. I'm saying this now without knowing her kit, right? Because for me, right, I'll pull characters that I like, but also, and I'm not a meta sleeve either. But like, it's the culmination of everything, right? We gotta see their personality, how they're animated, their kit, right? Not just appearance, right? If there's one thing we've learned from Zenless Zone Zero fanbase, you never judge a character just by appearance, because, and this is common with the fanbase, people tend to dislike a character at first glance in Zenless Zone Zero because their appearance is so strong that when people make big assumptions about the character based just on how they look. And then, when we see how the character animates, see what their personality is like, see what they do in the story, well, our opinions of the characters change a lot, and this just seems to be a commonality in a lot of Zenless Zone Zero. I mean, just look at all of the... Hey, to everyone that is released recently. Alright, I remember the biggest hate train for Lucia. And then her demo released, and all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. No, not everyone. There's still people that dislike the character. And nothing wrong with disliking the character, right? You know, you like what you like, and I think everyone should kind of respect that. But at the same time, it's kind of like... With Zenless Zone Zero, you see a lot of flip-floppy opinions about these characters, and that's a good thing, because that means the devs are keeping us on our toes. Yeah, the Campus Compliance Authority. Where the branches fall, judgment awaits. So Campus is about judging people. I guess they're the judge, and then maybe there's the jury, and then maybe Zhao is the executioner. I don't know. We'll see. So Dialyn is a part of Krampus. I wonder if that Reapod guy is a part of Krampus. He could also be Youngri Summit. Like, the thing is, Krampus has some more kind of Chinese-inspired designs from what we've seen, especially with Zhao's outfit. And then so, I think there's going to be a little bit of overlap with Youngri Summit in terms of appearance. But it looks like Krampus is definitely pushing the goofy aspect a bit more, where she has literally a phone attached to her outfit. I guess that's crazy to me. Also, very strong animal theme on this character. Although she doesn't look to be a Thyran. It looks like she just put her hair in twin buns with braids. And so she looks kind of like a panda. I'm curious to see how her personality is. Now we got the agent record pulled up, so let's take a look at this thing. Alright, enhance. Enhance! I don't know why it started me so zoomed out. Enhance! Oh, that me enhanced too much. Unenhance. Alright, tell me not let this girl look more. Thank you, however, so I'm glad you do this. Alright, here we go. I know we already read that. Okay, so here's some quotes from other characters. This is from Banyue. I think someone in chat told me that the robot is named Banyue, but I was worried to acknowledge it because I don't really look at leaks. And they didn't confirm it as far as I can tell, but maybe they do, I don't know. So, they always say you got a tongue that's dripping in venom. Is it because the summer heat's been messing with your system? Making it hard for you to detox. Banyue, who hurriedly brought over a few medical prescriptions. Okay, so Banyue is clearly innocent and doesn't understand that, okay, that's a big hint at her character though. So she has a silver tongue, venomous tongue. She probably is gonna be very, strong in terms of personality. Very snappy, maybe very, maybe she has a rude tongue, maybe she's got a sailor's mouth. If she was a character that swore a lot, like, Zenless says they have swears in the game, but they censor them with little bleeps, right? If she was a character with that just built in, like, all her quotes have little beeps in there, and she's just constantly swearing, that would be pretty funny, I think. Alright, so as a junior, you're always slipping your balance, so please get your hands off my ears. Or maybe reconsider the terms I offer you. A rabbit tyrant suddenly changing the topic. Unknown. That's curious. Is this not Zhao? Why does it say unknown? Weird. Okay, well, we'll see. So thanks to customer service rep Dialyn for recommending the God of War chat package. Now I can finally continue my 20 years complaint. Her thoughtful recommendations gave me the confidence to keep filing complaints against Tops. I forgot Krampus does directly work with Tops, and as we know, Tops is kind of morally ambiguous. They're kind of the rich people. They're a corporate corpo who are sometimes good, but sometimes they're bad, right? So it really depends on what part of the story is, and I love that Zenless Zone Zero kind of tackles it in that aspect. They're very, very unique with how they handle, you know, what's good and what's bad. It's not always morally clear. Oh, these guys are the good guy. Oh, these guys are the bad guy. Like, for example, Damien is a character that works for Tops, and we've seen that he's not necessarily always the good guy. But he is somebody that has helped us when our interests align. So, also good to know that the people, the fans in Phelim Heights just don't like Tops. Almost. I have to survive. Dying words from the other side that have yet to rot. What is this? Who? Unknown. What does this mean? How does this relate to Dialyn? Alright, I guess that's just what it has to say about her on the official Hoyo page. I guess you can see the cute little emoji mouth when it's full glory here. And I guess that's that. That's the character. That's Dialyn. I think she's adorable. Physical stun. I'm so curious because like we have so many stunners at this point, but they all do something different. Right, Lighter, he does shred, he gives crit, he gives damage bonus, but only for fire and ice. Is Dialyn gonna be like that, but for physical? I mean, it's even weirder that Lighter buffs ice specifically, right? Like that's a weird specific, right? So it's kind of like maybe Dialyn's a physical stunner, but then she starts buffing ether. Who knows? I don't know, maybe she busts fire. Desire and physical tend to go together a lot, right? Hey, there's so many opportunities for the kid. I feel like this, you know, most of these gacha games, like the stun window or like the shield break opportunity, and it's kind of common, right? But Zenless Zone Zero, like treating this a role that's dedicated to just shredding the shield, of building up the daze bar, getting that stun window. It's interesting because it gives them so many different ways to build around it. Like Xingyi, she stays on the field. Now all of a sudden you need these burst DPS, but she stuns fast, and then she increases the stun damage during the stun window. And I like my idea where they reduce the stun damage during the stun window, but they stun so fast that you're getting like a bunch of extra chain attacks in there, and it makes up for the damage loss, right? That would be really, really cool. Maybe she's an anti-stunning character, where it's like, you don't want the stun. She's a stunner, so you're trying to prevent her from stunning, but when the enemy is in stun, 1 more billion damage. Okay, that's a really stupid idea, but then... I mean, maybe they'll do with it. I don't know, these devs just go crazy. Or maybe she's just here to buff physical. And I know the Korin stonks are probably up. Maybe. I don't know. I see like Korin stonks went up with Caesar. Maybe they're gonna go up even more. Who knows? Anyway, you think I yapped for 16 minutes, guys. Well, I guess she's the S rank for the first phase, which is good for me. Easy skip. I have time to save, okay? Because I'm gonna try to pull Lucia. I'm gonna skip Yatari. And if I... Well, actually, I'm saying she's an easy skip for me, but I might be cooked. I always say I'm gonna skip, and then I'm like, well, what if I throw a 10 pull at them? And then we don't get the character, because Zenless Zone Zero luck hates me. And then we get Lycon instead. Because that's how Zenless Zone Zero decided to treat me. I have them at M7 now. Thank you, TCZ came very epic. But, yeah, no, that's... I'm excited. It's for to see what's happening. And now, they don't release A ranks back to back, right? Obviously, they haven't done that yet. There's always been a difference. So I think we're just gonna see another S rank. No new A rank, I don't think. Actually, now that I said that out loud... So it's probably S rank, Dialyn, and then I'm willing to bet that Zhao is an S rank. And then Banyue, the robot guy. Pan Yu, I don't know how to pronounce his name, so someone tell me how to pronounce it down below, but... He's probably 2.5. And then it's Yishun. Ah, Sludge. Oh no. I want the robot guy though. But he's right next to like, cause like clearly they're hyping up Yishun Guang, right? Like that's the big character. He literally like, okay, if there's one thing with Lightverse, you know, the characters with brown hair, they go crazy. It's not even like an anime color. It's literally a realistic hair color that people have in the real world naturally, right? This brown hair, but when they do a brown hair character, they cook. Alright. Honkai Impact. Alright. Wait, I already forgot the name. Oh shoot. Well, you know what? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Genshin Impact, Hu Tao goes crazy. Alright, Honkai Star Rail, Sparkle went pretty hard, right? She has a lot of fans. Like, I feel like the characters with the brown hair from Hoyoverse, at least the cute girls, they tend to pop off. Dang, alright, well... I'm simply talking about Dialyn, I started talking about Yishun Guang, that's how hype she is. Alright guys, that's the video. If you watched this far, then thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like. Let me know you guys want to see more Zenless Zone Zero content. And also that you kind of like this discussion about these characters that are drip marketed, right? And I want you to comment down below, alright? Start the discussion, alright? What do you think of Dialyn? Are you excited for this character? Are you gonna pull her? Or is it time to save easy skip? And who are you actually saving for? Are you saving for Big Robot Guy? Are you saving for Yishun Guang? I mean, there's gotta be a lot of people locked in on Yishun Guang. I mean, even me, I kinda have to get her. I mean, that's the inner meta slave, but I also think her design goes crazy hard. And we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, if you have someone watch this far and you're not subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. Alright, 97% of you are not subscribed, which that is wild to me. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, bell notification. It'll let me know when you guys Or no, it'll let you know when I upload. Yeah, there you go. That's more accurate. Okay. Anyway, with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, intonation I so I will see you all next time. Bye!